Good afternoon and thanks for joining us for Living Local, your lifestyle show for all things Charleston and beyond. I'm Ashley Meservey. Joining us today, we have Giovanni Gava. He is the Director of Operations here at Galpao Gaucho, a Brazilian steakhouse off of East Bay Street. Thank you so much for having us today.
Absolutely. Thanks for the opportunity to be here.
I'm super excited to talk about this, but before we get into, what you offer here, kind of tell us your story. Tell us about yourself.
I'm born and raised in southern Brazil, where the Brazilian concept is coming from. So as a small child, I used to see my mom and my dad cooking, and that's what I get my passion on, to cook and make some food. So Galpao Gaucho is an authentic southern Brazilian steakhouse, and we bring a little bit of the authenticity to the guest table.
So you said southern. I saw some deviled eggs around the corner here. Is that like y'all spin on southern a little bit?
We do. We have an infusion of the cuisine as well. Our main dish, our main concept is the meats eventually, and we have 17 different cuts of meat, and then brought to the table by the Gaucho chefs. So table side served by the Gaucho chefs, the authentic Gaucho chefs from southern Brazil. So
you're big into presentation, I see, right?
We are, yeah. Like I say, we have 17 different cuts of meat, and that's all you can experience from our menu. And the complementary of that is our gourmet salad bar with over 50 items in there, shipped from vegetables, some gourmet salads, rice, beans, and cheeses.
So you don't have to leave that vegetarian at home, do you? They can come here. This salad bar is amazing.
The salad bar is a meat itself, but that's only a complement to the 17 cuts of meat we bring to you to the table.
Tell us about those 17 cuts of meat. I mean, what are we going to experience?
So we have between chicken, pork, sausage, beef. We have and fish also. We have a shrimp from the skewer. We have salmon that comes from the grill as well. We have a new introduction that we put in our menu as well, was the grilled cheese with spicy honey. It's absolutely delicious. And then we have the traditional ribeye, the picanha, the noble part of the top of sirloin, bottom sirloin. Like I say, 17 different cuts of meat bring to the table side.
So I was just thinking about this. Did you ever think that this is where you started cooking with your mom, that you would end up here in Charleston, South Carolina, doing something like this?
The concept, like I say, it's a very traditional from South, and people there, they get in together with families, friends, often like in the middle of the week and the weekends mainly, and they cook meats over a fire for a big amount of people, like friends, family mainly. So a few years ago, we started to come into Charleston, and we saw the charming that Charleston bring and the culture that Charleston have. So we thought, why not bringing a new addition to the culinary for the Charleston community?
Okay, tell us about your culture and where you're from.
So I'm from South Brazil. I grew up in the ranch, and I moved up to a big city to work in a Brazilian steakhouse when I was 17 years old. But I did grow up in the ranch, and when I was a little boy, I was seeing my mom and my dad cooking, and helping them in the ranch with all the cattle and the stuff. Because Gaucho, it's a lifestyle.
Okay.
So that is Gauchos. You're gonna see Gauchos from Argentina, Gauchos from Uruguay, and Gauchos from southern Brazil, because we have the border over there. So we share the same culture, the same tradition. On the Pampa, we call the Pampa region, all that region in southern Brazil, we call the Pampa. So
what does that actually look like when you say these, this tradition? Can you describe it for us?
They're the southern Brazilian cowboys. The Gaucho is the southern Brazilian cowboy.
Okay. Yeah. So how do you separate yourself from other Brazilian steakhouses?
We're very authentic.
Okay.
The authenticity is something that we're proud of. We have the Gaucho chefs. They train mainly most of our Gaucho chefs. The man behind the skewer that brings the meats to the table side. They are authentic, and they train many years. but mainly because they come from southern Brazil, where is the concept coming from. So they understand the culture behind the concept.
All right, so if you were to explain to the folks why they should come here at East Bay Street and experience Galpao Gaucho and all that you have to offer, what would you say to them?
Definitely like something very authentic, very unique that we add to Charleston community. The building itself, we have a building that is over 200 years old. I mean, something authentic that you're not gonna try every single day.
Alrighty, well, thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely, it's my pleasure.
And for more information, of course, you can head online to galpagauchousa.com.